Hi there, and welcome to Andy Robinson RC. Cheers for checking out the channel today and joining us for this episode. Right, so here it is, the RC10 DS, the Dual Sport, all done and finished. Now, if you did catch my last video, which I actually put out when, well, filming this today, but I put it out last night, I was saying now I couldn't get to run this for the few reasons. Wife hadn't been too well and we just hadn't had the weather, so I ended up doing the video last night and I talked a little bit about the car. Anyway, next day we'd have it, which is today. The weather's good enough to film, so here we are getting you a run video with the RC10 DS. I say I've already driven it a few times outside my house. I really like it. It's really cool. Now what shall I do? So I'll tell you, the biggest issues, I think you need to watch yesterday's video as well. I'll put a link in the description for that, because I did go into some of the problems we had for it, which wasn't too many. But I'll tell you what there is, before we put it down and run it again, I'll take the body shell off, and I'll just show you inside while I can. Yeah, most of the issues I had with this were with the actual body shell, so nothing super major, but still. Right, so as you can see, that is the chassis. So it's got, basically it is an RC10, except he converted it to a touring, like a NASCAR two-wheel drive saloon chassis. So there it is. So it's got the stealth transmission on that you find on the RC10T and the later RC10 buggies, and then literally they've just put on the shorter wishbones and camber links and drive shafts, lower shock towers, shorter shocks, and a bumper at the front there, bigger bumper, and obviously wheels as well. Now I haven't put the gold inserts in because I didn't like the look of it with the red body, but I think it looks much better like that. But that's what they've done. It's absolutely standard. I ain't even put bore races in this because at the time I was thinking, oh, I couldn't find a set for it. But I reckon just an RC10T bearing set will do the job, so I might do that at some point. What else can I tell you about it? Well, the build was nice. I enjoyed the build, except the biggest problem I found was the camber links there. I followed the manual, we made them up to that, well my wife did, and it ended up making the wheels lean in like that, really a lot. It was really really bad. So basically doubled the length, and we got them sitting properly. So that needed to be done. I think that was the problem with the manual itself. So anyway, that was it. But the rest of it was a nice build. Really enjoyed it. Didn't take very long at all. Also, that I'm going to have to change out for what do you call it? A metal servo horn, because the servo is quite torquey and powerful, more than I realised. It's making that bend. It's actually flexing so much there. This is bending, so I need to change that for a metal one. But that's not the end of the world either. So yeah, what I was going to tell you, well, we put in a 17 double brush motor that I had. I was going to go 17.5 brushless, but I just wanted to get it up and running and see what it's like. So 17.5 double brush motor, 1080 hobby wing, which I use in a lot of my stuff. E-tronics was a 2061 servo, and just a 3.4 gig radio, and there you go. There it is. So yeah, really enjoyed it. That's as much as I can tell you, really. I'll say I will put the link to the unboxing if you want to check that out as well, and of course the video where I did go into a bit about the chassis yesterday. As you can see, you can hear my my little lad is totally enjoying himself and is over the moon that we're out. You can hear him waffling. But yeah, anyway, let's put this down on the ground and we'll get it going again. So, but yeah, it feels really nice. Suspension's lovely. I always do this, don't I? So there. So, always take misplaced body clips all the time. Oh, actually, before I put the shell on, there you go. That's the body shell. Now, it's my fault, but when we cut the shell out, I marked the rear wheels, rear wheel arches too high, and unfortunately, there's a tiny crack there and one there. So it left the body shell a little flimsier than it should have been. But it is a huge body at the back. There's a lot of polycarbonate and it is thin. So it is a bit flimsy anyway. So what I've done is I put some T-Rex tape or Gorilla tape there and underneath. And then I backed it with the aluminium foil tape just to give it a bit more rigidity. And I'm hoping that will solve my little mishap there when I come to use it on track, because I am planning to race this at the club. I've literally just seen my body clips. What have we done with them? I told you, I looked at them. There they are, looking at them. So yeah, so but that's about it really. I was speaking to, if you follow his channel, I suggest you do. Does some great stuff. I was speaking to Richard Lowe of RLRC last night, and he's been running his RC10T on the weekend and just gone, and he said it drove brilliantly. It was totally standard stock setup out of the box. He just changed some front tyres, and I was saying how this one drives really nicely, and this is out of the box as well. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see it driving again. Right. I mean, it's so nice and smooth. The tyres as well. Now it's not very warm out here, so it's a bit cool on the track, but the tyres grip well. I mean, I'll be interested to see what these are like on carpet in our indoor track. But yeah, it just goes where I want it to go. It's lovely. Oh yeah, if you do have one of these, glue your tyres as well. I didn't at first, and you do really need to glue the tyres because they are so soft. I should have just done it straight away really, but I don't like gluing tyres unless I absolutely have to. But there's loads of steering on this base. It's so quiet, whisper quiet. And again, that was the thing, we were looking at the building the diffs on these, and in the instruction manual it pretty tells you much to put no grease in it at all, apart from the actual gears. But I was surprised it said to put none on the ball diff when you're building it. So I did actually go against that and put a tiny smearing on, and it seems absolutely fine. So when I do the RC10T, I'll do exactly the same again. Now, unfortunately today, I'm afraid, little un is on the grumpy side, so I do apologise for that. Usually he's not pretty quiet, but he's not having it today. So I think we'll bring this in. Anyway, at least we've got some footage of it. We've got it out, and you've seen the final completed car running. I'm really pleased with that. I'm really looking forward to running this at the track. So that's the RC10 DS. Now, before I forget, this came from Inside Line Models. So cheers to Paul and the team at Inside Line Models for sponsoring this video. Much appreciated as always. Now you can go to their website at www.insidelinemodels.com. Details in the web link. and you can get 5% off anything on their web store, on their online store, so do make use of that. And again, cheers to Paul and the shop for sponsoring this video, and yeah, much appreciated as always. Right, we're going, because Little one's thoroughly had enough. Cheers for checking this one out, much appreciated. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel at Andy Robinson RC on YouTube, and check us out on Andy Robinson RC on Instagram and Facebook. Right, we're off. See you later. Cheers for joining us.